This is When the Circle Speaks. I am Lukas Williams, an Aboriginal man who spent 15 years of my life from 13 to 18 inside institutions. I know trauma because I lived it. Today I stand on the other side as the Director of Ghana Healing, leading trauma-informed practices across Australia and walking with communities through some of the darkest and most devastating events this country has seen. I am now researching traditional healing circles through my PhD, bringing culture and evidence together to change the way we heal. This podcast is raw, it is real, and it is a circle where professionals and lived experience voices come together to speak truth, share resilience, and show that healing is not only possible, it is powerful. All right, welcome guys. Today I have a privilege of introducing Jake Williams, a proud Bundjalung man whose story is as raw as it is inspiring. Jake is a well-known TikToker, having reached #1 across Australia and New Zealand on several occasions. He grew up on Bundjalung country in the Northern Rivers, surrounded by his big Williams, Telford and Green family lines, deeply connected to community and culture. If anyone knows the weight and the reality of trauma, it's Jake. He has faced it, lived it, and continues to rise above it. He's been clean for almost 5 years from drugs and alcohol. Jake now walks each day as the best dad he can be, a role that grounds him and drives him forward. Beyond his social media presence, Jake is always making his mark in the rap scene, beginning to release albums that carry his story, his pain, and his healing. He stands as an example of resilience and transformation, showing what is possible when someone chooses to rise beyond trauma. Today, Jake is here to call us deeper into the conversation about trauma, its depth, its weight, and its impact beyond imagination. And for those that don't know, Jake is also Muzz, those people that's on TikTok and on those kind of platforms. So we're here today meeting with Muzz. Muzz,
Hey,
bro,
brother.
welcome in.
How are you?
I'm good, my bro.
Yeah, same, brother.
How was your travel? Where'd you come down from?
I come from a casino in New South Wales.
Yeah, back home.
Yeah, back home. That was all right. You know how it is.
Yep.
Bit of a highway.
Yep. Not doing the 160 on that highway, are you?
Nah, no, we stay in the road rules.
Yeah, mad. I bet.
Yeah.
All right, my bro. Well, welcome to When the Circle Speaks.
Yeah.
And I just want to let viewers know also, on this podcast, please be aware that, we're going to be talking about some deep issues. And definitely I know that your story, Muzz, is a deep one.
Yeah.
We've met outside and we've yarned, about different things.
Yeah.
And some of your followers, you've got heaps of followers, and I know that they've heard some of your story.
Yeah.
But this is a different level, I think.
I feel like TikTok, there's a lot of drama, there's up and downs, you know what I mean? But if you're home alone and you're bored,
Yeah.
put this on. This is definitely bound to make you hit some feelings that you haven't felt before. So
100%, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, and I can already feel it already because I know the story.
yeah, for real.
And for those that don't know, I'm Muzz's uncle, so I'm Lukas Williams. You would have just seen the introduction of who I am. So welcome in, guys. Bruh, I want to ask you something straight up before we drop in. Yeah. And the first thing is, what is trauma?
I feel like trauma can be different for everybody.
Yeah.
For me, it's obviously, a bit of childhood stuff that you've been through, also adulthood. I mean, you just obviously didn't connect with what had happened at the time.
Yep.
You just put it in your body and stored it there.
True.
You know what I mean? It just stays in your body where it's stored and you don't look at it. Mm-hmm. And, like with trauma, it's a big thing, like you could be in a relationship and something could trigger you and you're not too sure of it because you didn't look into what affected your back, when you were a little fella or whatever, you know what I mean? So like trauma just stores in your body and then it can come out at different areas of your life. And before you know it, if you don't work on it, everything that you love or everything that you have around you, you can ruin it.
Hey, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that concept that you just used, I use this concept about trauma gets frozen in the body, and you just talked about it getting stored in the body.
Yeah.
Tell us more about it, because I know there's a lot of people that follow you that probably don't understand what that means.
Yeah.
But when you say it gets stored in the body, what does it mean, bro? How can people understand it from a Muzz view?
So for instance, like growing up, I used to watch my old man.
Yeah.
Do some bad things, to my stepmom.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not too sure if they're together anymore, but
Yep.
and like I never really dealt with that. It was just something I'd witnessed. And I put it in my body. I didn't want to speak about it to anybody. I didn't want to tell people, I'm watching this happen.
Yep.
I just thought it's better if I forgot about it and moved on. And like growing up to be a man myself, having relationships and stuff, and like I always thought that, how do I treat my partner? You know what I mean? Is this what I got to do? Do I got to be like what I've seen?
Yep.
And it started coming out like, like I got to be this guy.
Yep.
I got to do what I've seen, because I never spoke about it to anybody. I didn't know what was right or wrong.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So when I was entering relationships for the first time ever, I was like, I was filled with all these emotions and watching all these things, thinking like the way, to be a man is to control your woman.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
True, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was never like that.
Yeah,
and it's all because, stuff that I seen I didn't deal with.
Yeah, yeah.
That I carried into a lot of relationships.
And true. Yeah, okay. So it's kind of like you store it, and later on in life it plays out.
Yeah.
Onto the people you love.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good point, bro.
Definitely. Like.
Yeah.
It's like it's like most things. For instance, you walk down the street and say you've like I said, I watched my dad do that, and if I watch a grown man do that to a woman in front of me, it's going to come out, and I'm going to react, and my reaction is going to be based off what my feelings inside my body
100%
come out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's because I didn't deal with it.
Yeah, 100%. I love how you've talked about that, bro. It's really important. And I know that you just talked about your old man.
Yeah.
And I know that you've had a big story around trauma with your dad, which we'll talk about soon.
Yeah.
The next question I want to ask before we get into it is, what is healing and what does it mean to you? For those that go, healing, it's just a word, but what is it?
You know what? There's healing on a lot of different levels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's some people could put their phone down and not pick it up and solely focus on connecting with their body.
Yeah.
Connecting with the emotions that they're going through in order to deal with it and live correctly. You know what I mean? And that's also trauma.
Sure.
You can't do that if you don't work on your trauma.
Yeah, true.
You can't connect with your emotions.
Yep.
So like for healing for me, I got clean off alcohol. I got clean off drugs. I removed a lot of negative behaviours that I had in my life because I couldn't move forward and be the best version of myself if I didn't do that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. And like people think healing's a load of shit.
Yeah.
But it's not.
True.
It's really not.
Yep.
Because to go through certain events and situations in life, in order for like myself to live a straight and narrow life and feel okay, I have to keep steady on a journey.
Sure.
And if I don't do that, then I'm going to lose myself.
I like it.
And
Keeping steady on a journey, like your own personal program.
Yeah.
To keep yourself together.
Yeah, kind of like what's the word for it? A routine.
Routine. Yeah, routine. Yeah. It's a little bit like NA and AA. Like, there's a routine, there's a way of being.
Yeah.
But you've got a Jake Williams routine.
Yeah.
And it keeps you sane.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad.
By all means, though, I will say I'm not perfect at all.
100.
I never claim to be perfect. I always own my wrongs.
Yeah.
But yeah, healing's definitely something people need in their life.
Sure, definitely. And my thinking is, I like that you said that, because no one's perfect.
Yeah.
We never get to a place where we are a perfect version of the world. That's, we can only be the best version of ourselves.
Yeah, for real.
And I know for me that healing for me is to be made whole again.
Yeah.
And that is what a journey is all about, is trying to get to a place where we're made whole again.
Yeah, for real.
All right, brah. So this is when the circle speaks, and it's all about feeling safe to move forward and drop in.
Yeah.
You ready to move?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So talking about what healing is and what trauma is.
Yeah.
And then you talked about your dad, and I know that you got some big traumas, from a child.
Yeah.
Take us to the first memory, Muzz, of what those traumas were. Journey us through it.
Okay.
And take a time, bro.
Yeah, all right. I think a big thing for me, when I was a younger fella, I used to stand in the shower and I used to wash my body weirdly. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't tell why. I didn't know why. Yeah. And I started really focusing on why I was doing that.
Sure.
Why I was washing my body like I was yuck.
Yep.
And then I started having these dreams and stuff, and I was like, maybe I'm just, maybe it's just normal. I'm just a little fella. You know what I mean? But I couldn't really talk to my mum and that, because my mum, she was highly medicated on pills.
100%, bro.
Stuff
And
like
so what age was this?
7, 8,
Yeah, gotcha.
growing up into a teenager.
Yep.
And yeah, so like I didn't really have anybody I could reach out to, and me having my stepdad
Yep.
and my mum, like my mum would always leave us at home with my stepdad, you know, and that was hard because me being the stepchild, I was always made out to be a liar.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I really had nobody to talk to about it. So I used to just live in my head with it.
Yep.
But I started seeing this vision of me playing.
Yep.
I was playing, and it was in a house in Casino, New South Wales.
Yep.
And I always remember this fireplace. I remember looking at the fireplace when my uncle, one of my uncles, my dad's brother,
Yep.
told me to lay down on this little toy bed. You know, them ones that fold out.
Yeah, I know the ones.
Yeah, so it was one of them. I remember him telling me to lay down, and there was an Elmo toy there.
Sure.
And like he started touching my leg and stuff like that, and telling me to do things to this doll, like sexually.
Yep.
And like I didn't know how to come to my mum and be like, did this happen to me? Like, did you ever hear anything about it? Da da da.
Yep.
And I used to think I was going insane about it, so I didn't speak about it. I think I don't know, I think I was like maybe 16 or 17 the first time I mentioned it to my mum.
Sure. That's a long time to hold that, bro.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I was like, did anything like this ever happen?
Yep.
And my mum was like, oh, not that I can remember. And I was like, I didn't dream about this. I know this happened to me.
Yep.
And then
It's a little bit like this, what you shared at the start. Trauma gets stored.
Yeah.
And you're starting to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it comes out and plays parts in your life, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I was like, did this happen to me? And I was like, my mum don't remember, but I do. And then I was like, I'm going to ask my dad. And I wasn't really good with my dad, but it's my dad's brother.
As in, oh, your real dad.
Yeah, my real dad, Jeff.
Yep. Yep.
And I said to him, I said, like, did Tony ever come near me when I was young? And he said there was a situation where my dad tried to chase him and ill came, like, kill him.
Yep.
Based off him meant to have done something to me.
Sure. Yep.
Anyway, I was laying in bed maybe 2 months ago.
Yep.
And I was asleep. It was late in the afternoon. I was struggling with my mental health. And my phone was ringing underneath me.
Yep.
So I answered the phone call, and it was my dad's other brother, Scott.
Yeah, sure.
And he's like, hey, Jakey, my nephew, da-da-da. I was like, hey, brother, what's up? And he's like, listen, I got some news for you. Some good news and some bad news. And I said, yeah, what's up? Because I was half asleep.
Yep.
And he goes to me, oh, well, your Uncle Tony, he's just been arrested for child porn.
Wow.
And my whole body just went stiff.
Yep.
And I remember laying in the room, and I didn't really want to, like, I didn't want to walk out of my room to my family.
Yeah,
I was like, nah.
true.
I was like, how do I even, like, this just confirmed all my stuff. You know what I mean?
It would have been like an
So
explosion.
Real, yeah, so real in my body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made me fucking ill, badly ill. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what are you saying right now?
Yep.
And he goes, well, the police have went through his laptops and they've found videos of little kids that he's been with, stuff like that.
Yep.
And like, I was just like, I couldn't get it off my body.
Yeah.
It just made me feel ill.
For sure, bro.
But that was definitely a big part of my trauma growing up.
That was your first experience of trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it goes back to, bro, when I asked you that question, you know, what is trauma?
Yeah.
I think you've just gave it a good description of what it looks like.
Yeah.
That many people can't talk about.
Yeah.
So that was 7, right?
Yeah.
What else was going on at that time, bro? You know, I know that you're living in northern New South Wales on Bundjalung country in Casino.
Yeah.
And you had a community around you.
Yeah.
And I know that, you know, there was many things that was going on for you at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's your first trauma. You know, the reason I ask is because, you know, people might have one trauma in their life.
Yeah.
But I know that you've had multiple traumas in your life and experiences.
Yeah.
And that makes us up to be a person when we become adults.
Yeah.
So there's number one for Jakey. You know, well, obviously I call you Jakey because you're my nephew, but people would call you Muzz.
Yeah.
You know, so there's number one trauma. Let's keep moving forward, bro. You're right to keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess being a little fella, you know what I mean? Like, all what you want is your family to love you
Yeah.
and protect you. Like, you want to feel safe. Having a mum, having a dad, you just want to, like, feel security. I felt a lot of abandonment, you know, being left with my stepdad who used to flog me and, like, make me out to be a liar and take all my stuff away from me, even when I never did anything wrong.
Sure.
Used to smack me with spoons until they started breaking on my body.
Yep.
Turned to belts until I started laughing at belts. He chased me around the front yard and dragged me out of a hole and flogged me all the way back to the house.
Yep.
Like, and this person's supposed to love me and look after me.
I like what you've just said, that this person's meant to love me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, I know I might not have been his real son, but I'm still a boy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
still a little boy.
Yep.
That needs to be nurtured and that.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I would go to my mum, I was already made out to be a liar because he would get to my mum before me.
Yep.
So, you know, it was like nobody heard me.
Yeah.
I was always put in my room and punished for silly little things. And now I struggle as an adult. I'm always in my room.
Yeah,
and
true.
that's where I feel safe because nobody can see me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and like I said before, trauma is stored in your body.
Yeah.
It's definitely a trauma response for me to stay in a room so nobody can see me when I feel down.
Aye.
You know, because that's where I was put.
Yep.
And when I was upset in the room,
Yep.
you know, the door was closed. I was only allowed to come out for food. And I was only served what I was given.
Yeah, it's sad.
You know, like the rest of the family would be sitting at the table eating a nice chicken, vegetable dinner.
Yep.
And I'm having Vegemite on toast.
Yeah.
Because I'm being punished.
I remember. Yep.
Yeah,
See,
you know.
for the viewers that don't know, you know, I lived next door to you, as you know, as your uncle. And I remember looking over and we were angry, you know, with your mum, my sister.
Yeah.
We love her.
Yeah.
And we know she was going through her stuff. Yeah. But I remember watching, I refer to you as the boy that was locked in the room.
Yeah.
When I travel Australia, you know, I go to all the communities across Australia. And your story moves people.
Yeah.
And so when I say them words, the boy that was locked in the room, how's that sit? Does that fit?
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurts me.
Yeah, take your time, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts me for sure. You know, I remember sitting at the window and just watching the family outside the window, all the boys playing and that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, like, it was like just inside of me was just screaming and screaming. But I couldn't do anything because I was scared of what was going to happen. You know, I didn't want to get flogged again.
Yeah.
More punishments. I already spent most of my life in my room anyway.
Sure.
So I didn't want to be in my room any longer.
Aye.
You know, I just thought, I got to cop this on the chin.
Yep.
And hopefully I get out.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to take you back a bit further. I was speaking to you outside when we we're having a feed and a cuppa, and I was going to tell you something. I said, no, I'm going to wait. Yeah. So the first memory of trauma that you would not remember that I know about is that you were left on the side of the road while your mum was giving birth to you. Yeah. Unfortunately, by your old man. You know, he was my brother.
Yeah.
And so your mum had to make her way to the hospital all by herself.
Yeah.
Had you heard that story before?
Yeah, I heard it, but, you know, like I said, it's something you hear and you just store in your body, you don't deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, like, as for my mum, being a mum like that and having to go through that, it gives me a bit of peace in my heart towards my mother.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like I'm sad that she had to experience that.
And it gives you peace in your heart because I know you've been angry with mum, eh? Yeah. And I've heard you talk about before about mum having her own stuff, you know, depression and pills and that. Can you take the audience on a journey and just talk a little bit about what that looked like for your mum? Yeah. Obviously, at that time, you wouldn't have understood it, but you do now.
Yeah.
For those mums that are out there that might be stuck in the place that your mum was, if you could describe it to these mums on what those young people might be going through, the Jakes, the mothers, what is it that you've seen that you understand now that your mum was moving through?
I guess you know, there's a lot of relationships out there that carry some domestic violence, whether it's verbal or physical.
Yeah.
And watching my dad growing up as a young fella, I know what type of man he was. So I know for my mother to endure, like maybe when I was younger, I had no understanding of it because I wasn't sure what my dad was like. My mum tried to protect me from him. But watching my dad as I grew older, I now understand that, you know, my mum would have been belittled. She would have been treated like poo, cheated on. She would have been called nasty names. She would have been bashed.
Yep.
and made out to be a liar about it.
Yep.
So I understand, my mum taking them pills, trying to escape her mind, because that's a lot to deal with as a young woman, especially, when you're pregnant, you go through postnatal depression,
Sure.
as a lot of women do.
Yeah.
And to also have a partner that's not supportive of you, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Made me understand a lot that,
Yeah,
my poor mum, this young girl, fell pregnant with me and didn't have her partner by her side.
True.
And as being a young girl being pregnant and having family like we did,
Yep.
like our family are bit strict on that.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just our little Trudy, she's fallen pregnant.
Aye.
And all is what she needed was my dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he wasn't there for her.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
You know what I mean? And so it for any woman out there that's struggling with it, enough's enough.
Aye. Nice message.
Yeah, enough's enough.
Nice message, bro.
If you're ever in that situation, please find help, get help, because you deserve a lot better.
Yeah, yeah. And I like how you said that, bro, because I was the violent man once. I'm sure you've been in situations where you were the violent man.
Yeah.
My father was the violent man. Your father was the violent man. And here we are as men saying enough's enough.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in these domestic violence relationships, man or woman, get out.
Yeah.
Because if they're not doing the work to fix themselves, they're not really loving you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's as simple as that, eh?
That's right.
All right, bro. So you talked about your dad.
Yeah.
And I know that story. We'll come back to Muzz at 7 and move forward.
Yeah.
But let's bring your dad into the picture now.
Yeah.
You brung you in, you brung mum in.
Yeah.
And so let's bring your real dad in, because I know that for those that don't know your dad, he was a proper gangster.
Yeah.
Hard man. Yeah. And he'd done a lot of damage to people. And unfortunately, with the stories I've heard from you and what I've seen, is you got the tail end of that because you needed to fit in. You wanted to fit in. Mm-hmm. But take us on that journey, for young fellas that are out there. I guess you're not talking to them, but they're going to be listening.
Yeah.
What was that like, when you come to a point of going into your dad's life?
Growing up over the years, really young age, my mum used to not really give me straight answers.
Yeah.
As to why I couldn't, be around my dad,
Yeah.
I remember calling him. I think I was maybe 10. I just got off MSN, MSN Messenger.
Nah, but gee, I remember. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah. So
MSN. Is that like Facebook?
Yeah, it was like the old Facebook, but it was just messages. That's all you could do.
Yeah, I remember.
And play little games and that.
Yeah, eh?
Anyway, I was on MSN.
You that old?
Yeah, true. Anyway, I got my dad's number off MSN Messenger. I can't remember if I got it off my stepmom at the time. I can't remember. Anyway, I called him and I told him who it was on the phone, and when he answered, and he's like, "Fuck off, you're not my son." And
what age?
I was thinking I was like 9 or 10 or something.
It's big.
So I was like I was little. You know what I mean? I told Mum, I was like, "Mum, he said this to me."
Yep.
And I wasn't really sure of that. Then I was going to school getting bullied and stuff, and my parents wasn't listening to me. My stepdad and my mum wasn't listening to me, and I was like, "Stuff this! I'm getting in contact with my dad. I want to go."
Yep.
So I started being really naughty at home. I wanted my mum to reach out to my dad, and she did finally.
Yep.
And I went to stay with my dad. I think 12 years old.
Yep.
Was
Yeah.
when I first went to stay with my dad properly.
Yep. I remember it. I remember when you went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one day he was playing the guitar. He's laying on the couch. He wears a towel all the time.
Yep.
Towel and a t-shirt.
Yep.
He's
Anyone that knows him will know that.
Yeah.
100%.
Towel and a t-shirt. He's playing his guitar on the couch. And there was food in that cooking. Something had happened. He had a friend over there.
Yep.
And anyway, he goes into the bedroom and he tells me he's fixing the aircon. And we all know what the aircon means.
Yep.
He's in the room,
100%.
Doing drugs.
Yep.
Da-da-da.
Yep.
I went and knocked on the door and he started yelling at me. And I got scared. And I reacted to that.
Yep.
Because I didn't like yelling. Loud noises used to scare me.
Sure.
So I reacted to that. Anyway, he come out of the bedroom because I was annoying him, he said, with the guitar. And he told me he's going to smash my face open with the guitar.
Yep.
And I remember being horrified. I was a little boy. I didn't know what to do. I was looking up at my dad like that.
Yep.
And I was like, how do I deal with this? What do I do? He's going off his head. He's going crazy. He's like, someone under the influence. And what my dad's like, when he goes off, he goes
100%.
off. It's scary.
Yep, it is.
I remember going and sit out the front on the driveway, and my dad and his mates come out. He's yelling at me, "You're not my fucking son. You're a piece of shit. Fuck off to your mothers, da-da-da." And I was like I'm crying. I'm looking at my dad crying. I'm a little boy. I've got this little bag.
Yep.
And my
12,
dad's just
12
about
years old.
12 years old. My dad's just about to drive out the driveway of his friend and leave me there with nobody home. I'm in Caboolture, which is like 4 hours or something away from my mum.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
I thought,
And while your mum was going through her journey, she was still your safe spot, I would imagine.
yeah,
She was that safe person.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, keep going,
You
bro.
know, because I'd never experienced anything like that before, that crazy. You know, and I would always been warned by everybody that that's what my dad was like.
Yep.
But I needed to see for myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, my pop,
Yep.
my stepdad's dad,
Yeah, sure. Yep.
come pick me up from the police station in Caboolture. I was a little boy. I sat out the front of the police station. That's where I was left.
Yep.
And I had to stay there. And I was like, I remember it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. The police bring me out of little lollies. And I'm sitting there eating the lollies and I'm still crying. And I'm like I remember feeling that scared. I just couldn't wait for my pop and that to get here so I could just be cozy, feel okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just like,
Have some comfort.
get me out of this life, get me away from it. And then I was like, why does my dad not love me? Like, why am I not good enough for him?
Yep.
And then I turned 13 and I thought I'd try again.
Yep.
So I come up here. I think it was within the first week he told me he was fixing the statesman that he had out the front of his house. And he goes to me, hey, Jake, can you go get me a flathead? It was a flathead or a starhead.
Yep.
Either one. And I got the wrong one.
Sure.
Because I was a little boy at 13. I didn't know what that was.
Yep.
I've gone and got it out of the toolbox. I bring it out to him. And he looks at me like with evil in his eyes.
I know the look.
Yeah. And he goes to me, what the fuck is this? And I said, is that what you wanted?
Yep.
Like I was shitting the gears straight away because I was like, here we go again.
Yep.
And then he goes, listen, if you don't grow the fuck up right now, I'm going to punch you the fuck up. If you want to live with me, that's how you're going to be.
Yep.
And from then on, my life changed.
100%.
I started going out onto the street,
Yep.
punching on with people. My dad would never acknowledge me any other way. I'd walk in the room, you know what I mean? I was ignored, but I'd do everything I can for him, go to the shop for him, run, jump, just to be accepted for him. But nothing was working.
Yeah, sure.
One day I went out and I was violent,
Yep.
very violent. I hurt somebody bad.
Yep.
I come home and I told my dad about it, and he was so happy.
Yeah, true.
He's telling me he loves me, patting me on the back, telling his friends about it, and
Yep.
that to me was like, I was like, yes, that's it.
You found the solution.
Yeah, that's it for my dad to love me.
Yep.
I'm acknowledged now.
Yep.
And I kept doing that every single day.
Aye.
And I thought, this is the way of life.
Yep.
This is what I got to do. I got to be a G like my dad.
And you know what, bruh? We don't want to get sidetracked where we're moving here because this is a beautiful story.
Yeah.
But I look across TikTok and socials. And Australia, I travel everywhere, you know that.
Yeah.
And I see so many young men doing exactly what you're doing and they don't know why they're doing it.
Yeah.
I think you've just gave it a name to fit in.
Yeah.
You know, keep going.
For real. It is a big thing because as a father, as a little boy,
Yep.
your father's your protector.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
When you're going to school and you're getting bullied, who are you going to come home and tell your mum?
Yep.
Your mum can't help you.
Aye.
She's a girl.
Yep.
You know what mothers are like?
Yep.
They just protect us with their hearts.
Aye.
They keep us safe. You know, where our father, they're strong. That's our dad. That's our king, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's what it was like for me. I was like, you know, my dad got my back.
Aye. Yeah.
You know, and I started doing everything I shouldn't have had to do to get love.
Yep.
You know, where it's like, I look at my son now. I've got 2 kids of my own. I've got a daughter and a son. And I struggle with my son because of what I went through growing up and the father that I had.
Yep.
That's why I try my best every day to be a great father for him.
Yep.
And I tell myself I was taught the police are no good.
Yeah.
But for my son, I want my son to live in society
That's the go.
as a civilian.
Yep.
I don't want him to feel like he needs to be a gangster.
Yeah.
I don't want him to live where he feels like he needs to impress dad.
Aye.
Because dad's going to love him no matter
That's
what.
it, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And you tell him that?
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I tell him, you know, like when he says stuff about coppers in front of me and stuff, me growing up how I did, I think to myself, no, Jake, you can't tell him that.
Yep.
He's not like you.
Yeah.
I don't want him to learn the way I lived.
True,
you know,
bro.
and I live by that because, you know, in this world, if my son can't go to police for help,
Yep.
he's always got me there. I'm always going to be there.
Yeah.
But what if I'm not there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't trust anybody to have your back these days. So I want my son to live a nice, healthy, happy life.
Sure.
I would never look at my son as a dog for going to police.
Aye.
Because I'll never bring him up in that lifestyle.
I'm the
to feel
same,
that way.
bro. I'm the same.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
a big, you know, I've done a lot of jail, as you know, and from 13 through to 28. And one of the things that I said on my last sentence was all the language that's used in jail, the bullshit language, this concept about how we see our society. I never want my children to have that language.
Yeah, that's right.
I never want children to look at police like they're dogs and they're this and that,
Yeah.
While I don't agree with what some of the police do at times, I never want my kids to have a criminal mind perspective.
Yeah, for real.
And so I get it. That's a beautiful way to raise your children.
Yeah.
And it can be a challenge for us that's been through the system.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're fighting two worlds to be good
Yeah.
and to fight the trauma that we've been through.
Yeah.
And to try and pass that over to our babies so they don't have to hold the next generation of
Yeah,
trauma.
that's right. Yeah.
I remember you sharing a story with me years ago. I'm pretty sure it was you. Your old man held a pistol to your head.
Yeah.
Tell us about it, bro. That's deep.
Um,
I mean, you've talked about one trauma at the start, but at the moment, I'm sure you've named about 5, 6, 7 of them.
there's a lot more
It's
stuff.
huge.
My dad, you know what I mean? I was just touching base on certain topics.
Sure.
But yeah, I can share 2 stories with you if you want.
Go for it.
So one of them, there was a fella one night, it was about 8 o'clock at night, and he was trying to get in contact with my dad, and he ended up rocking up to the house, and I didn't know there was any problem between them. My dad was asleep on the couch, once again, snoring his head off with the towel on, and if those of you that know my dad, you know that's what he does. You know, his whole body weight will lift up off the
100%.
couch having a snore.
Yep.
I remember tapping him light, and he's like, Dad, like that, trying to get him up for his friend.
Yep.
Which I thought was still his friend. Like he was like family to us because he's always around. Anyway, he starts going off, telling me to fuck him off, get him away from my house, da-da-da.
Yep.
And I went out and I was like, bro, what's going on? Like, what? He's going off his head.
Yep.
And he's like, nah, please, little bro, go tell him. I need to talk to him. It's important.
Yep.
So I went in to tell him, and he had a mate sitting on the couch beside him. Anyway, he jumps up off the couch, and that's the first time he ever smacked me in the mouth. And it's the first time I ever seen stars.
True.
I remember my head hit this wood paling thing that was, you know, in the kitchen.
Yep.
I remember my head hit it, and like I come back and I was looking at him like that, and I wasn't emotionally crying. Yep. Tears were just coming out of my eyes.
Sure.
And I remember looking at him, I was like, I'm your son. Like, how can you do this to me?
Yep.
And like it was just tears coming out. And he's like, fuck off to your room, I don't want to see you. I stayed in my room for 3 days.
True.
No food.
Yep.
Nothing.
Yep.
I was not allowed anything. My stepmom had come and handed me mac and cheese through the door. I remember her opening the door. My door didn't have a lock, but it was always closed. I remember opening the door and sliding the bowl in. I crawled across the floor to eat that. I remember I was crying. I was eating it. And I was like, I can't do this no more. I don't want to be a gangster no more.
Sure.
I just want to feel safe. So
I can see it in your body, bro, when you tell that story.
yeah.
I hadn't heard that one before.
Yeah. Well,
About the room.
Yeah. Well, I remember calling my mum and I was like, Mum, I gotta go.
Yep.
I can't do this no more. I need your help.
Yep.
And because I had been so disrespectful towards my mother,
Sure.
she wasn't hearing it.
Yep.
She didn't want to listen to it. She thought, you want to do this, you want to do that. You know, it was kind of like a bit of a punishment to me because I was so disrespectful.
Yep.
And I was like, Mum, like I know I've done things, but I need you.
Yeah.
Like I need to come home.
You're serious this time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, I need to come home. And my mum's response on the phone made me scared to go home. I was like, I need comfort, and that's not there.
Yeah, sure.
So I stayed in what I was in.
Aye.
I stayed there, and I
Yeah,
kept
did
staying
you?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I didn't leave. I was like, I'm staying here. And I started acting out worse on the streets. From walking into people's houses and robbing them,
Yep.
to knocking people out and laughing at them,
Yep.
to bullying people that,
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Selling a lot of drugs too as well,
Selling drugs, doing everything you can think of, I was doing it.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm going to end up in jail for the rest of my life. And that's because I choose to live in this environment.
Yep.
And I had to leave. And
Yeah,
that
right.
was it. I remember I wrote a song. My dad was in jail. I was homeless, sleeping on the street. And I was like, this is mad and all that. And living this life might be cool, but it's not for me.
Aye.
I want to feel protected.
Yep.
So I went back to my mum's.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's a scary world in that world, eh?
It is.
People think they're gangsters.
They think they're gangsters. Listen, like, I don't care who you are.
Yep.
And I'll say this from anybody.
Yep.
It doesn't matter how big they are.
Aye.
Doesn't matter who they are. There's always fear inside a body
Aye, true.
when it comes to confrontation.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't matter how much of a gangster you are.
I like that concept.
The only
That
reason,
kind of aligns with your first opening statement about trauma gets stuck in the body.
yeah,
It's the same thing, really.
for real.
You know,
Comes
it's
up
in
for
there.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it comes up for you because, you know, like, we don't know what can happen in this world anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you go for a fight and you end up dead
Yep.
because somebody pulled a gun on you or they pulled a knife on you because of fear.
Yep.
You know, and once again, the fear comes from being in situations where you can't control.
True.
And you've got to deal with what's there.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
True.
So, yeah, that's one of them. As for the pistol story you're talking about,
Yep.
I was 15. I just got with this girl. Her name was Abby. I thought she was beautiful.
Yep.
I was a very chubby boy back when I was younger.
Yep.
But I thought she was lovely, so pretty.
Yep.
Anyway, we're going through some complications. My dad was at his dealer's house, and me and her ended up going there. You know, I thought maybe we'd just get away from where we were and go stay at a nice house, because the dealer was never there. My dad was there. It was just him. I was like, yeah, awesome. Anyway, when we went there, we were there for like 2 or 3 nights, and we ended up splitting up
Yep.
from that house. I remember my dad went out and left me home, and I think it was like, I don't know, it'd been like maybe 7 hours.
Yep.
And I was sitting on the couch, and I was like, what the hell? Where's Dad? So I called him. I said, Dad, like, I need my father. Like, I need you home.
Yep.
You know,
This is what you said to him, did you?
Yeah, I'm on the phone to him.
Yep.
I'm like, I need you home. Like, I'm going through some shit. And he's like, what, cunt?
Yep.
And I said, Dad, like, I've just split up with Abby, and I need, like, somebody around me.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you, a bitch or something? And he said, you know what? Go into the garage. Like, he's not talking. He's yelling down the phone. I don't know what had happened while he was out.
Yep.
But he's yelling down the phone. He's like, you know what, you little cunt? You're just a bitch. Go into the garage, get a chair, stand on it, tie a rope around your neck, and when I get there, I'll kick it out from underneath you.
Far out, bro.
And I said, what? I was like, I'm your fucking son. How can you say that to me?
Yep.
I was like, you're meant to look after me. You're meant to love me. And he's like, you wait till I get home, you little cunt. And I'm sitting at home shitting it.
Yep.
I had nowhere else to go.
Sure.
I was in a place I didn't know where I was.
Yep.
And I was like, what do I do here? I remember hearing him pull into the driveway. And you know when Jeff's angry and he's pulling up,
Aye.
you're hearing him coming.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Bang, I heard him pull in the driveway. I heard the garage door open. And I was like, I didn't know, I froze. I didn't know whether to sit on the couch
Yep.
or stand up.
Yeah, that's a trauma response.
Yeah, I
You
was just
froze.
standing there
Yep.
looking like that at the door, waiting for him to come in. Anyway, bang, the door come flying open and he come like marching into the house. He grabbed me and threw me onto the couch, and he grabbed this little pillow that was like this big.
Yep.
And he puts it over my face and pulls out his pistol and puts it to my head. And he goes, I'll blow your fucking head off, you little cunt. And I remember like trying to put my head up a bit so I could see him.
Yep.
And I was
Could you
crying.
see the pistol at this time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was crying. And I was looking at him and I was like, bro, what are you doing? And like something inside me just changed while I'm crying. And I looked at him, I said, you know what? If you're going to do it, just fucking do it. I said, just fucking do it. And he's swearing at me and that, calling me names. And I'm like, why do I deserve this? I didn't even do anything wrong to him.
Yep.
I just wanted my dad.
Aye.
That's it.
For sure.
And that was a big part of my life where I was like, you know what? Nobody deserves this.
Aye.
No one.
Yep.
No one in the world, no matter what type of child you are, deserves this from a grown man, especially your parent. And that was a big part for me because I moved and I didn't go back to him.
Yeah, yeah. You ever been back?
No, I didn't go back.
Yep.
You know, I've had communication with him
Sure.
since I've been older.
Yep.
Stuff like that. I now no longer talk to him
Yeah, sure.
because I've done a lot of work on myself and
Yeah.
I don't stick with what he lives by.
Yeah. Nice. I like that concept, bro.
Yeah,
I have a question. Have you forgiven him?
I did.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you do it, bro? For those guys out there with dads or mums and they've been through a hard time, how'd you forgive him?
I listened to his story
Yeah.
and my dad's got a very big story.
Yep.
A very sad story, actually. A story that, you know, is one like you sit and you can't believe it.
Aye. I know it, bro.
Yeah.
I know it.
It's one where you look at them and you think, I understand why you're the way you are. You know, and that gave me a lot of forgiveness.
Yep.
It still didn't mean that I was okay with what I had been through.
Sure.
But I understood more. You know what I mean? Which gave me the strength to accept it.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, okay, this is what I've been through, but I'm grown now.
Yep.
And I can deal with what's happened to me.
Yep.
But what about him?
Yeah.
He's a grown man who never got to deal with it. And this is where it's playing out now on his children.
Yeah.
And that's what made me forgive him.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I didn't no longer have hate for it.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what, I get it now.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yep.
And part of me was like, bro, I'm sorry, nobody listen to you.
Aye.
You know what I mean? You poor little boy.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Yeah. If you could send him a message today,
Yeah.
what would it be? If he was watching this podcast right now, and there's a high chance he could,
Yeah.
what would you say to him?
I'd say if not for me, bro, and not for your children that you got, for your grandkids, do better.
Aye, that's a good one, bro.
Straight up.
I like it.
For your grandkids, do better.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because it's not me missing out anymore.
Aye.
It's them missing out.
Yep.
They got a pop they don't even know,
Yep.
and the pop doesn't even know himself.
True. True. True.
You know, so
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, bro. That's a deep one. I think, not only that for your old man, I think it's probably for a lot of old mans out there.
Yeah.
A lot of young fellas that might have been through this with their dads.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you back now, back to, well, not so much back, but I know that you were, well, we all know as a family that you were the person that got into one of our healing circles
Yeah.
and named sexual stuff in our family beyond imagination.
Yeah.
You gave it permission and you gave it a name for us to be able to deal with it in our family. Yeah. Tell us about that, brah, what that meant to do that in that moment, because I know that you held on to that for a long time.
Yeah.
Those experiences of sexual assault towards you, not from your uncle, the bloke that you're talking about, but from some family members that we love today and that have sat with us and healed, that have told their story and what happened to them.
Yeah.
And so we know their story, we know what they've been through. But what was it like what was it? You must have been, 2020 when you done this?
Yeah, when we spoke about this, yeah.
When we had a healing circle of about 30 family members?
Yeah.
And it was because of me calling you out for using violence.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And you were angry with me, you wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
And for some reason you went to the middle of the circle.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand it over to you.
Yeah.
To tell the rest.
Okay. So like I said, I was in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I was pretty abusive.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that I've never bashed a woman.
Sure.
I have put my hands on a female.
Yeah.
And that's big for me to admit.
Yeah. Good on you, bro.
You know, as a man, especially in this society, especially being a big TikToker.
Yep.
I'm going to cop a lot of hate for that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm not ashamed of it.
No, of course. Yep.
I'm not ashamed of it. I'm ashamed of my actions that I did.
Yeah.
But
not owning it.
Yeah.
Owning it is the most important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like, when I'm in confrontation and people ask me that on TikTok, I won't say it.
Yeah, sure.
But if it's a safe spot, I'll be more than happy to
100%.
say that I've done wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know
That's a good point to say that TikTok's not actually a safe place.
It's definitely not.
Yeah, yeah, true.
It's definitely not, because you get attacked from all different angles.
Yeah,
sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard to be somebody on social media and get...
especially with you.
Yeah.
Because you're so well known.
I've had everybody come for me, and I've done some things that I'm not proud of on social media too. So,
Sure.
But I'll be the first one to own that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But in saying that, I was very aggressive. I was living with my dad again.
Yep.
And I'd kicked my partner in the leg.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been awake for 3 days. And I wasn't using drugs, and I didn't know why I was awake for 3 days.
Yep.
I remember getting off my gaming computer. My head was stimulated. I was drinking energy drinks all day. And I remember the fellas sitting in the lounge room smoking pipes. And I went off with my dad. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like I told you, I don't want him smoking in the house while I live here.
Yep.
I remember going down to my room. My partner's sitting in there. And we get into a bit of an argument and that. And I reacted and kicked her in the leg. And that was a big part of our relationship that shit started to change.
Sure.
Yep. And I remember she had come to you about some of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck.
True.
You know what I mean?
Was this before the circle?
Yeah.
Is that, okay, now I got the lead up, right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I was like, now my family know what type of bloke I am.
Yeah, yeah.
I was so ashamed of myself.
Yeah, true.
I was like, this is not me.
Yep.
This is not me. I'm trying to impress my dad.
Yep.
Like, I watch my dad do this, and now my dad thinks I'm cool when I do it, and we have a laugh about it.
Yep.
What a shit person.
Aye.
I don't deserve no partner.
Yep.
And you called me out on it. And I was like, who the fuck are you, bros?
Aye. I remember.
I was like, who do you think you are?
Was that in the circle?
Yeah, no, you called me out prior to the circle, remember?
Gotcha. I know I've called you out a lot of times.
And I didn't know how to react to it.
Yeah, sure. You got angry, eh?
You had told me that you had something to talk to me about to do with my abuse towards my missus.
Yep.
And the way you said it to me was that nice, but I wasn't used to that.
Yeah, sure.
And I wanted to hurt you.
Yeah,
I wanted to do some bad things to you. Everything was going through my head. I was like, I'm going to get this cunt, da-da-da.
And for the listeners that are listening, we've gone through a lot of journey in me and you.
Yeah, for sure.
For you to get to a place to be able to sit and talk.
Yeah.
You know, I know there was many times I know that you wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
But I just sat in the space and held you.
There was, you know, there was probably never a time that we could talk.
Yeah, true.
You know, and then we've done a lot of communication. We've been through a lot of ups and downs, you know, where we're, you know, I'm in your face, I'm ready to punch you and this and that.
And I was scared.
Yeah.
You might not think so.
Yeah.
But I was scared.
Because I was a bully.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
you're a scary dude.
I used to put it on everybody.
Yeah.
And I had no respect for anybody. You know, but growing up how I did, it made me respect the people that were there for me because they're important to me.
Aye.
And you're like a dad to me, bro.
Yeah, same way you always say you're my son.
You know what I mean? If
Always
I need someone to reach out to, if I need advice, you're always there for me. First person.
True.
When I was in the dumps and I was recovering, you were there for me.
Yep.
Not my real dad, not my stepdad, not my mum, you.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? You gave me a roof over my head. You put food in my mouth.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate that, bro.
No, that's all right, my bro.
And I'll hold you with me until the day that I die.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. Yeah. I know that.
And I know that not many people might tell you, but I want to tell you I'm proud of the person you are today.
Yeah, thanks, my bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big.
But
I can feel the emotion when you say that, you know.
Yeah.
Because I know in my journey, I was pushed down by a lot of my family members because I changed.
Yeah.
I went on, you know, to do a PhD and a master's and healing for 15 years clean. I was deemed the same way that you get deemed from some of our family members now as weird, not good, is gammon, you know, too white or not black enough, that type of shit.
Yeah.
I've walked that story from my own blood.
Yeah.
So now if we go to that circle, do you remember the circle?
Yeah.
Where we held out Lismore there?
Yeah.
There was the same situation. It was violence.
Yeah.
And in that circle, I remember I called you out for violence in front of everybody.
Yeah.
But what I didn't know is what was going to come from me doing that. I did not realise what was about to come.
Yeah.
And it fucking floored everybody. But it gave our family permission to talk about something that we'd never really talked about.
Yeah.
Well, we had talked about it, but we got to understand it better.
Yeah.
We got to understand it on what happened to everybody in the room.
Yeah.
Journey us on that part, on what that was like.
So
what was that
me out
about?
for it, I was this is where the whole family knew about me.
Yeah.
You know, where I knew that only you and like my auntie and that knew. Where my cousins, all that didn't know about me. And here I am thinking, now I'm looked down upon.
Aye.
Shame come over me.
Yep.
Guilt. My poor missus is sitting beside me.
Yep.
And I'm this big man being a grub. And I remember I have to face this correctly. I can't go off right now.
Yeah.
I have to take ownership.
Yep.
And I have to change my ways.
Yep.
I can no longer be that guy.
Aye.
I remember stepping into the middle of that circle and I had never felt so ashamed in my life.
Sure.
These are all the people that love me and all the people that are proud of me and all the people that think I'm a great
And I want to
person.
say I've never asked you about this moment.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I'm hearing it from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going, bro.
Yeah, so all the people that are proud of me and love me, they're standing around me right now and I'm being watched.
Yeah.
You know, like this is make or break for me.
Yep.
You know, I need to be real about this situation.
Yep.
And I remember part of my jealousy, and I don't talk, I've never spoken about this to anybody else ever apart from my partner.
Sure.
Part of my jealousy growing up, certain family members used to tell me that they'll take my partners off me.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
And I used to be jealous of that.
Yep.
And when I had a partner around them certain family members, I used to react.
Sure.
And if I felt like my partner was acting suspicious, I would act out on that. And that's where a lot of my anger would come from, which is not fair.
Yep.
It's definitely not fair. I could have spoken to somebody about it all.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And this is the first time I've ever told anybody that.
Cool.
Nobody I've ever told that I'm jealous of my family.
Yep.
Anyway, so I stepped in the middle of the circle and I remember you come to me.
Yeah, that's right.
In the middle of the circle.
Yep.
And like it was like...
Because I thought you were going to faint.
Yeah.
You had sweat dripping off you.
Yeah, I was completely wet.
Yep.
I was a mess. And I remember putting my hands on your body.
Yeah.
And I could feel this strong man.
Yep.
But such a safe spot.
Aye.
And my body just went to water.
Yep.
I was like, emotions just come flying out of me. I was pretty much screaming.
Aye.
I remember dropping on the floor.
Yep.
And like I'm yelling these emotions out.
Yep.
And I remember looking at family members saying, "You did this to me.
Aye.
You done that to me."
Yep.
And like I felt like I got some power back. I felt like I was being heard right now. This is the first time in my life I'm being heard about this.
Yep.
And I had so much hate in my body. I was like, I hate these people.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like them. And my mum come into the circle. You were there. And it was a big group cuddle.
That's right.
And then a little stick we had that we were passing around.
Yeah.
Everyone to
The
speak.
talking stick.
Yeah, the talking stick.
Yep.
Got passed to these certain people.
Aye.
And when they had spoke their story,
Yep.
everything made sense to me.
Oh, fuck, didn't it what?
Everything made sense to me.
Everything made sense to all of us, Buzz.
Yeah. For
Yep.
real. I was like, you're just like me.
Yeah.
You were vulnerable as well.
Yep.
And that made me understand that us as a family have just come together.
Yep.
And we need to break this cycle now.
Aye.
And that got rid of all my hate for them.
Yep.
I now love them to death.
Aye. Yeah.
I'll do anything for them.
100%.
And I don't look at them as bad people.
Yeah. No.
I don't. And I myself was in a situation like that.
Yep.
With some other family members that
Yep.
I had done things with a family member.
Yep. Yep.
Playing, I guess you could call it mums and dads.
Sure. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
a lot of people that have been through that type of stuff,
Yeah,
they know
yeah.
what mums and dads is
Yep.
or stuff like
Yeah,
that. Or
as we're
house
growing up.
Or home.
Got it.
And they've come online and they've slandered me for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
You know, and that's been a big journey for me
Yeah,
because I've been called a predator.
And I think they haven't only slanted you, although they have because you've got the biggest following.
Yeah.
They've named the story of our family
Yeah, that's right.
and to those people that are actually victims.
Yeah.
And that's quite dangerous,
Yeah, for real.
the damage that can do.
Yeah.
And since then, there's been 2 other family members that you don't even know about that's named their abuse as well
Yeah.
from other people. I call it abuse, but it's what you talk about. I name it abuse to the point that before we know what it's about, it is abuse.
Yeah.
Once we understand it and understand the story, we can make sense of what it actually is.
Yeah, that's right.
And we got to find out that this was a passing down of colonization and through family lines.
Yeah.
And it's when we come into the circle, that's why this podcast is When the Circle Speaks,
Yeah.
that we can make sense of it.
Yeah.
Now, those family members that you're talking about, we thought our story was bad until we heard their story
Yeah.
and what happened to them
That's right.
from people that we know that are also family members.
Yeah.
It just goes back and back, eh?
Yeah, for real.
So what's your message to people? Doesn't matter who it is, that wants to make fun of people that have either been sexually abused or been engaged in processes that they may not want to be in, but because of trauma, they find themselves engaged in this sexual play stuff.
Yeah.
Those that make fun of those people, what would you say to them?
Well, I got something to say to the people that make fun of it, and I got something to say to the people that have endured it.
Sure.
So as for the people that make fun of it, it's not something to make fun of.
Aye.
It's definitely something that we hold for the rest of our life.
Yep.
And we do hold guilt from that.
Yep.
Why? Because we know that we've done that,
Aye.
but we didn't do that to be sick.
Aye. Yep.
We were taught that.
Yeah. Sure.
And myself, I've come forward.
Yep.
And I've spoken about it.
Yep.
To my family, and my family all know about it.
Yep.
The people that I did it to, the people that done it to me, we've all had a voice.
100%.
And we've all been given the chance to have a voice in a safe space.
Yep.
Certain people didn't want to take that chance.
Yeah,
They didn't
yeah.
want to take that opportunity to step forward and grow with the rest of the family,
Yep. Yep.
which we can't control that.
No, that's right. That's true, bro.
But as for the people that have been through it,
Yeah.
I want to tell you is you're not sick.
Aye.
You're not any different to anyone else.
Yep.
You're a beautiful person. We just got dealt some cards that we shouldn't have dealt with.
Yep.
And a big part of moving forward from it is owning that you've done it and maybe listen to the story of the other person.
Aye. True. Like that one.
Yeah.
Aye.
And then,
Deep listening.
yeah, for real.
Yeah. Yeah. Share.
You know, listen to the
Yep.
story of the other person. Maybe come to terms to why this had happened in your life.
Yep.
But don't ever feel guilty or feel shameful for what you've been through.
Aye. Aye.
You know what I mean? Because this happens in a lot of families,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's not violence.
Yep.
It's not in a violent way.
Yep.
It's not like other situations where people, that's why you shouldn't make fun of it.
Aye.
It's not a situation like that. It's
No,
two
that's
little
exactly
kids.
right.
It's
not
two little kids or a couple of little kids that
Yep.
have been caught in the cycle that is disgusting.
Yep. Yep.
And thankfully for my family,
Yep.
we changed that.
No, that's right. We have.
Our
We've changed
family's
it.
broken that.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because we all got the chance to speak up.
Hey. Yeah, that's
And
it.
if it wasn't for you,
Yeah.
our family wouldn't be where we are today.
Yeah, sure, bro. Yeah.
So yeah, to the
Thank
people
you.
that are making fun of it, stop.
Yep.
It's not funny anymore.
Hey.
And to the people that have been through it, be strong. You're
Aye.
a good person. That doesn't define who you are.
Mm.
And I love you.
That's a true story, bro.
Yeah.
So, Muzz, you've been clean now 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just now move quickly and wrap up into the scene that you've moved into. So we know you're TikTok famous.
Yeah.
You know, anyone on TikTok, they jump on there. If they don't know you, they're going to know you real soon.
Yeah,
As soon as they search your name up, you've become like Australia and New Zealand #1 TikToker, you know, on a number of
5
occasions.
times.
5 times.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's massive.
Yeah.
So you're well known. That seems to be part of the process you've taken through your journey of healing.
Yeah.
And I see that as an expression somehow.
Yeah.
But now, and you're a really good rapper.
Yeah.
And I know you're starting to move into the rap scene.
Yeah.
Tell us why, bro. Like, why are you going that way and what's it about?
I guess I always use rapping as a tool to get through life.
Yep.
I never looked at it as, income or, being a voice for the people or, relating to people.
Sure.
Over my years on TikTok,
Yep.
rapping and mucking around on TikTok and people telling me, Mudge, you should do something with this.
Aye.
And I don't believe in myself.
Yep.
I've never believed in myself.
Yeah.
Because-
Well, other people didn't believe in you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why.
That's what I was about to say. The people around me didn't believe me,
Yep.
didn't believe in me. So, being on TikTok and I have so many people that are like, Mudge, you're so good.
Yep.
You're actually a weapon, bro.
Aye.
And it's like, no, I don't believe you.
Yep.
But the more that people keep saying it, I'm like, well, maybe they're right.
Mm.
So I'm taking a jump right now
Sure.
in this music industry
Yep.
in the hopes that maybe one day I can make it.
Yep.
Maybe I just got to believe in myself
Yep.
because I don't do that.
Yep.
And if I believe in myself, who knows where I can go.
Yeah, 100%.
So, TikTok's been a big journey for me. I've had some ups and downs. I've been called out for things that I've done. I've had to take ownership. There's been a lot of growth in TikTok and there's been a lot of down in TikTok, like there's a lot of drama towards it, but there's also a lot of growth in some situations,
True.
and so I'm grateful for TikTok in a way.
Yep.
There's some beautiful people on there.
Yep.
Some people that I've shared many days with that, I can't thank enough because they got me through some tough days.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight up, so.
And you definitely introduced me to TikTok.
Yeah.
You introduced me to it. So to your followers that love you,
Yeah.
and to your followers that don't like you,
Yeah.
they're going to be watching. This is going to go bang massive on TikTok. You know that.
Yeah.
We know that. From a healing perspective, those that might have walked a path of yours, or when they hear your story, they go, holy fuck,
Yeah.
I've also got trauma. Whether they like you or not, what's your message to them?
I guess, be the best version of yourself that you can be.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to please everybody. You can't make everybody like you.
Yeah.
But those that do like you, you will know who they are.
Aye. Yep.
So just continue being you. And along the way, you'll find the people that need to be in your life.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
True. When we started this podcast today, I asked you what healing means to you.
Yeah.
I want to ask you the question again. What's healing mean to you?
This,
Hey, what's this? What is it?
what we're doing now, talking,
Yarning about it,
yarning,
unpacking it.
unpacking it. Like right now, I can barely see you.
True.
And that's because a lot of my trauma's come up and it's in my head.
Yeah, right.
Like stuff that I don't talk about.
Sure.
Like there's some high emotions for me.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to have a cry to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to land you with something. And I'm speaking to the little boy inside.
Yeah.
That room that you were locked in, you don't have to be locked in it no more.
Yeah.
It's time to leave it.
Yeah.
It's time to leave that room.
Yeah.
And to close the door for good.
Yeah.
And lock it.
Yeah.
And move on in life, bro.
Yeah, bro.
How's that sit?
Yeah, that one got me. Yeah. 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 I find myself saying that to myself a lot. I'm not that little boy anymore.
No.
And I'm always yelling it at my dad,
Sure.
Yeah, that one hurt me a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, today when we leave, my bro, I want you to hold that deep in your heart.
Yeah.
That room is closed for good.
Yeah.
No one can hurt you no more. The only one that hurting you is you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
So you moving on in life, just take love with you, bro, forward. Yeah. You know, take that, because you're a beautiful man, bro. Yeah. You got a good heart. I know a lot of Facebook and TikTokers might think, you know, Muzz is angry and this and that, but underneath it, like underneath all trauma, there's a beautiful human.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming on to the podcast, bro. When the Circle Speaks. You're a pure testimony of what it means to sit in the space.
Yeah.
To talk about deep trauma.
Yeah.
And what trauma is. And I'm sure we're going to be here again sometime soon.
Definitely.
Because we need to yarn about what healing means and how you moved through the space of healing.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that episode down the track.
Yeah, for sure.
Big love, my bro.
Love you, my brother.